The accumulation of zombie cells, also known as senescent cells, is one of the hallmarks of aging. In this video, I'm going to talk about a new study that showed a specific type of exercise that clears senescent cells. And I'll also add some other activities that you can do.
Do it!
So this study I mentioned in one of my previous videos as well, but it's published in January 23, 2023. And it's called Senolytic Effect of High Intensity Interval Exercise on Human Skeletal Muscle. So basically they just had people doing aerobic exercise as well as high intensity exercise, and they saw that high intensity exercise was required for the clearance of these senescent cells. High intensity exercise reduced the amount of senescent cells in the leg muscles by about 57%, but regular low intensity exercise wasn't enough to do it. So basically the high intensity exercise increased DNA repair proteins and helped to clear the senescent cells, which apparently wasn't enough for low intensity exercise to do. However, a physically active lifestyle is still associated with a reduction in senescent cells, and it doesn't matter really, in my opinion, whether you do low intensity exercise or high intensity exercise. It's gonna just improve your overall health, because one of the biggest drivers of cell senescence is inflammation and oxidative stress. So regular exercise overall will just improve your metabolic status. It's gonna reduce your inflammation and reduce your oxidative stress levels, and that in turn will also reduce the burden of the senescent cells. You're gonna pretty much accumulate less senescent cells in the first place. In the previous study, the 2023 study, they actually just took sedentary people who generally don't exercise at all, and in that acute moment, probably high intensity exercise will be very powerful in reducing the senescent cells, and the low intensity exercise probably is enough. But over the course of multiple weeks and months, then probably any type of physical activity that will improve your biomarkers and lower your basal inflammation levels, then it will still have a positive effect on at least preventing the accumulation of these senescent cells.
Rule number one for surviving Zombieland: cardio.
At the same time, weight gain and obesity also contribute to the accumulation of senescent cells through probably just increased oxidative stress and inflammation. And calorie restriction, on the other hand, is one of the few ways we know to slow down aging, and it also has a positive effect on the clearance of senescent cells by activating these clearance pathways like autophagy, phosphoproteins, etc. that exercise also activates. And lastly, there are also some of these therapeutic agents that can help to also clear senescent cells that are called senolytics. One of the main ones you might have heard of are fisetin and quercetin, but things like apigenin and even different kinds of herbs, these adaptogenic herbs, spices like rosemary and thyme and those kind of things, parsley, they will also have pretty much similar compounds, these anti-inflammatory compounds and higher content of polyphenols that also regulate these same pathways as calorie restriction and exercise and clearing the senescent cells. So in conclusion, with age, you see an accumulation of senescent cells. These are the zombie cells that spread inflammation and pretty much don't do anything good for you, and the only way to kind of clear the senescent cells is apparently with weight loss. Calorie restriction, intermittent fasting can do that, but exercise, especially high intensity exercise, appears to be one of the most potent ways to do that, especially in muscle tissue. The way to prevent the accumulation of the senescent cells is to keep your inflammation and oxidative stress levels low, which also just requires a good entire lifestyle. You need to be having a good diet that prevents weight gain and obesity and prevents metabolic syndrome. And you also need an exercise program that keeps your antioxidant defense systems activated and basal inflammation levels low. Do you want to slow down aging? If yes, then I'm looking for more people who want to reverse their biological clock. If you're interested, then email me the word health to info@siimland.com and I'll send you the details. But other than that, thanks for watching this video. Make sure to click the like, subscribe, notification bell as well. My name is Siim. Stay optimized, stay empowered.